Inside this box, I have something so powerful that it can change the world, and so incredible that it can change your lives. It's so worldwide that it's found everywhere on Earth, but it still fits inside this box. And I'm sure you're wondering what it is. And you might think that this doesn't look anything like a powerful thing. Which is true, because this isn't even the thing that's inside the box. It's not the thing because it's covered by all of this junk. And each of these things represents something that distracts us from what's inside this box, or a negative effect that comes from it. First we have a knife, and this represents violence. When we separate ourselves from what's inside of the box, we tend to be a lot more violent towards others as individuals. And it's clinically proven that crime rates soar when we're separated from what's inside this box. Second, we have a cage because it represents the animals. And the animals benefit greatly from what we have inside of this box. And when we separate it, we separate the animals from what's inside, they tend to not live as high quality of lives as they could. And it's proven that animals that are still connected with the item inside this box tend to live 67% longer than animals that aren't. Third, we have a camel bandana, which is representative of the American soldiers. When American soldiers are shipped off to a tour in Afghanistan or the Middle East, they aren't the same when they return back home. They've been separated from this item, and even though they don't know it, the effects can be devastating. They're always on edge, easy to anger, and they just don't act like themselves. There's a specific disease called post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD for short, and it kind of stems from being separated from what's inside the box. And soldiers experience this every time they're shipped out to a new country. Third, or fourth, finally, we have a building. And when we build giant cities and skyscrapers and houses, we don't realize it, but we push this item farther away and we lose all of the effects that it has on us. And while we might not know it instantly, it's almost completely irreversible after we push it out of our lives. Now that we've got down to the box, you might wonder what's actually inside of it. And the answer is simple and one word. Nature's inside the box. Nature is so wide-reaching that it's all worldwide around us, and nature has many great effects on us. First of all, nature has healing effects. It's clinically proven by studies with popular science that soldiers that have post-traumatic stress disorder, or even people that have post-traumatic stress disorder, are often healed just by being in a safe environment that happens to be their nature. For the soldiers, their specific nature is being back in America where they were born and raised. Second, we have this monkey, which is representative of the animals. In a specific study by popular science, golden lion tamarins were studied, and a group of them were taken, and half of the group was put into cages that were nothing like their habitat. They were put into average zoo habitats that weren't exactly suited for them. They were still given the same amount of food and water and the same amount of nutrition. And then the other half was put into the African savanna where they normally live. And in the study, it was proven that 33% of the animals that were put in their non-suited habitats died off quicker, and 67% of the others spent longer and happier lives when they were re-released into the wild. Third, we have a plastic bottle, and this represents how we can save nature inside the box. If we reduce, reuse, and recycle, we keep this around longer, and if we don't, we push it further away. Finally, I want to stress a very important point about nature. Nature is not infinite, and you can't just have it around for as long as you want to have. If we end up pushing nature too far away where we can't have it back, we have to go back to all of the bad things, and we lose all of the benefits that we gain from nature. So find your own personal nature, even if it isn't just being outside. Find a place where you feel comfortable so that you can have all of the great effects that nature has on you.
Nice job, Adam. Very well.
Thanks, buddy.